If you don't have a dash cam, first of all, what are you doing? You're taking on all of the risk. If something happens, you better hope the other person either has good insurance, doesn't take off, or somebody else saw it. So let me tell you a story. Friends of mine got sideswiped on the highway. They didn't have a dash cam. The other person took off. So even though they were insured, they still had to pay thousands of dollars out of pocket because the insurance company didn't have proof. So that's why I never leave without a dash cam. But this thing here, this thing's kind of ugly. It just sort of hangs down here. Besides, the wife doesn't like it. So we're gonna install a new one, the Mangoal integrated dash cam. Basically, this thing replaces your cowl here behind your rear view mirror. It's completely out of the way, completely hidden, and you're protected. So let's get started. Welcome to Daily Driven Mods. Let's take a look inside. I got the one for my car. Take a look on the website for your car. They cover a whole bunch of different cars, so yours is likely on there. So we have an instruction booklet, shows you exactly how to install it, all of the details on it. We have a trim remover tool. It's nice that they included that. The memory card that will go in, and this is an extra cable for either the rear camera or to connect to your stereo system. We'll cover that in a little bit. This is the actual unit. So you've got a couple of wires here. This connects to the rear cam. This connects to your GPS. That's optional. And this one is your power plug, but this is what the actual unit looks like. So we got two buttons here, power, picture, obviously some air vents. This is where your rear view mirror will come out, and that's where the camera is. Then on the other side here, we have a spot for the memory card. And this basically just replaces your factory cowl for your rear view mirror. So this is all completely integrated. It'll be a little bit bigger because obviously it's got the bump for the camera, but this is a much better looking unit and looks much more integrated and much more OEM than a hanging little dash cam will. So that's that unit. We'll get that installed. I opted for the one with the rear camera. So this is the rear camera itself. Obviously comes with enough cabling to get all the way to the rear of the car. And then this obviously connects to the actual unit itself. So I'll show you how to hide all of this cabling so it's not just draping in your car. So now that we've seen all of this inside, let's go get it installed. So first thing we need to do is get rid of this thing. Sayonara, old dash cam. We don't want you anymore. Next thing we got to do is take off the old toll tag. So this is going to be in the way. This is actually the perfect place for it if you don't have a dash cam, but unfortunately our dash cam is going to look right where this is facing. So I've ordered a new one. I need to get the new one installed in a better place, but for right now this has to come off. And looks like it's coming off super cleanly. Great. So if you have one of these in this spot, super easy, just take a razor blade to it. Oh, great. So your options are either peel this off slowly and try to get as much of the residue off, or, I don't know, crack your windshield and call Safelite. No, don't do that, that's insurance fraud. Or you could just buy a whole brand new car. But we're gonna peel this off. This is so much fun. Next, we gotta take this off because this is the piece that we're replacing. So Mangoal includes a trim remover. So this is sort of a clamshell shape. And so what you're gonna do is you're gonna get in here and you're gonna split this with this trim remover. There we go. It just kind of pops off. So here is the unit. We need to split this by these same pieces. And there's a couple of little tabs in here. You can see that in there. So you just need to pop those up and it should just pop apart. So camera's on one side, this is on the other. So this is the cable that's gonna split the power cable up here so that you can actually power your unit. So first things first, you should see a small red plug up here, just like that. What you're gonna do is you're gonna plug this into here, just like that. This piece goes into where it was plugged in before. If you have smaller hands, it's a little bit easier. There, so that pops in there. Now, this is what's gonna power our camera. So pop this into here, and now this unit will be powered. And you can just hear it start up there. So that means we are connected, so that's good. Next thing to do, we don't have the GPS, and if I do, I'm not bothering to look it up. Next thing we gotta do is connect the rear cam. So we have all of this cabling. This is what's gonna connect from here back to there. Now you'll see a little notch in the plugs. Just line those up. Bam. Once this is in place, this rear cable, this rear camera cable, is gonna come up here. You're going to peel back this bit here and shove this up in there. It's easier to kind of grab at it from here. Now don't pull it down too far because there is adhesive and you don't want to pull that off. So you're going to continue to snake it up in here, just like this. And this here kind of separates a little bit. You can see I've already done that once. If you connect it on through here, you can get it under this rubber molding. This rubber molding here is going to go all the way back to here. This is where you're going to connect it to keep going. So it's a lot easier when you actually have your trim remover tool. Go like this, pop it under there, pop your cabling deep in so that it's not sticking out, and then simply pull back the rubber, push the cable in, and then keep going all the way till you get to the end. Shove this in here. Now that I've got the rear camera wired up all the way back here, we've got to figure out exactly where to mount it. And so there's a couple of options. So one, I could mount it on the glass. The problem is the travel between here and here leaves a whole lot of cabling just kind of hanging. It's not exactly the best look. Now the other option is to mount it onto the interior of this plastic here. So again, we've got the same problem. If I mount it here, when this is closed, we've still got cabling kind of hanging down here. So I'm gonna see if there's a better option. I found a solution. I had this 3D printed. And basically this clip is gonna clip right here and allow me to attach the camera here instead of to the trim or my tinted back window. So let's get this installed.
Peel the adhesive sticker off of the back camera, attach it to the 3D printed clip. Then to clip it onto the headliner, peel back the rubber, use your trim remover tool to make a gap, and then clip it in. Next thing we're going to do is hide all of this cabling. So it's super easy. Using the same opening you just made to put the clip in, feed the line through and keep feeding until you've got all of it fed through. It'll just sit in the headliner and there's plenty of space for it. Once the cabling is all fed through and hidden, you can use your trim remover tool to pull the rubber back and pull it back over the headliner. Then just make any final adjustments to any cabling you need to hide and you're done. Now you've got your rear camera installed. All you need to do is position the camera so that you get the best field of vision. Connect to the app, adjust things as you need to.
Now that we've got everything set up and plugged in, now all we have to do is wrap up everything in here. So we're gonna try to put as much of this cabling up in here as we can. We kind of shove some of the cabling down in here and as much of it up in this headliner as we possibly can. We're gonna take the other side and clamshell this together. There we go. And voila. Your camera, is integrated. There we go. In order to finish the setup, we need to connect our camera to our phone. So there's an app that works to configure the camera, and all you have to do is connect to the Wi-Fi signal that this camera will spit out. So go to your Wi-Fi settings, join the Wi-Fi E9070. The password is 123456778. Once you've joined it, now you can open up the Skycam app. If it asks you for location services, just hit allow while using the app. And now you've got the camera installed. So now you can see the camera, you can add your camera. When you first connect to the camera, it will say no internet connection. That's totally normal. Just give it a few seconds, a pop-up might pop up. Follow the prompts there. Once you got it set up right, you will see the camera. Now we've still got our little tape on here, so we're gonna remove that. So voila, now we have beautiful 4K dashcam footage. Now that you've connected and initiated the camera, the next step is to install the memory card. First thing we gotta do is put this in, then we're gonna format it, and then the camera will automatically record all of the footage to this memory card. So let's go ahead and get this installed. On this side of the camera, you'll see a slot. Pop it in. That's the sound you wanna hear. Now, anytime you want to, you can connect to the Wi-Fi signal that's put out by the camera, go back to the Skycam app, and you will see a live feed of whatever's on your camera. Now you'll see it has started recording, and we are getting all kinds of good footage here. You can also hit capture, and that'll capture a picture. So if you see something you need to capture, you can always do that. Now let's say you have to access the footage from the camera for whatever reason, whether you get in an accident or if there's something interesting that happened that you want to record. You don't have to take the memory card out. You can go up to the app, hit download the file here, and you'll see a list of all of the camera files. These are all of your sessions, and you can open up any one of these and download them directly to your phone. That's gonna make it super easy to use and access the actual footage from your machine.
So how does the dashcam actually look? It's all well and good to have a dashcam, but unless the footage is clear and easy to see, there's kind of no point. Here's some in-car footage from right after I installed it. Nice, clear, 4K footage, perfect for showing exactly what has happened. I also really appreciate the wide-angle footage here. You can see my entire hood, which means you've got full field of vision here. It's also got a really useful parking feature where it'll continue to record after you park for a little while, and it'll start recording as soon as the unit gets power, which means if your car is not started yet, but something happens in the parking lot, you've got access to the footage. The rear view camera is also super clear and has that same nice wide angle view. The position that I put the camera in means I've got a really clear view out this back window. So if anything were to happen, if somebody were to rear end me, I've got the footage. I can prove it to insurance. If you want to pick up the same dash cam, I've got a link to it in the description. If you do buy one, thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe. If you've got any issues when you're installing yours, hit me up. I'm happy to help you. You can also support the channel by buying merch on our website at automospeedcrew.com. I'm Chaz Forster. Thanks for watching Daily Driven Mods. I'll see you next time.